Hidden deep in the jungle of Bali lies a place where dreams were built and then abandoned. What was once imagined as a thriving theme park is now one of the island's most haunted ruins. Today, we step inside. This is Taman Festival, a sprawling amusement park in Sanur that opened its gates in the 90s with promises of fireworks, rides, and international tourists. But after years of delays, financial troubles, and failed dreams, the park was abandoned. Now all that remains are crumbling ruins, collapsing theatres, and whispers of spirits that wander the grounds. I'm stood outside the infamous Taman Festival here in Bali. What was once meant to be the island's very own Disneyland has been left to decay for over 2 decades. Locals say it's haunted, others say it's cursed, but today, we're going inside to see what secrets lie within. The first steps inside already felt otherworldly. The air was heavy, the jungle had claimed every corner, and silence hung over the park like a warning. This isn't just an abandoned site. It feels like stepping into another realm. As I wandered through the grounds, I was on edge. Despite the evident beauty of the past, I was concerned by the distress of the present. What could be lurking in the shadows? Are the legends true? Was I really in danger? It's crazy to think that this place was only abandoned in the early 2000s. It feels more like you're walking around an abandoned temple than an abandoned theme park. Like, the structure itself is absolutely beautiful. Everything's so well designed and it's all carved out of stone. And yet, it feels like it's just completely decaying around you. This was once meant to be the grand stage, alive with music and colour. Now it's an empty shell, where the roof has fallen and the walls echo only with the sound of the wind. Locals say this hall is home to restless spirits, shadows that never left after the park's closure. This was the old theatre, and somehow, despite not having a roof, it feels really ominous. It almost feels like someone's watching you, like you're part of the show now. You can certainly understand why the locals think this place is haunted. Everything feels very open, yet it's like there's eyes on you at all times. So rumour has it that this was once an alligator pit, and when the park finally closed its doors, they apparently left the alligators here to fend for themselves and live on the scraps that were left behind. No one quite knows if or when the alligators ever left the park, but legend says that sometimes they can be seen roaming around at night. You just never know what's around the corner. As I explored more, the uneasy feelings subsided. I was overwhelmed by the beauty and intrigue. This is one of the biggest abandoned places I've ever explored, and I was conflicted. This place has built up such a reputation of fear over the years, but what I saw before me was nothing but beauty. I decided I needed to dig a little deeper into the legends that surround the park. Over the years, Taman Festival has gained a reputation of one of Bali's most haunted places. Locals say the ground itself is cursed, that the park was abandoned not just because of money, but because the spirits here didn't want it to succeed. People whisper about shadowy figures that appear in the theatre, or voices that echo in the empty halls when no one's around. Some even claim that the crocodiles that were once left behind never truly left, that their spirits still linger here, waiting. There's also stories about unlucky visitors who tried to take a piece of the ruins home with them, bricks, statues, bits of rides, only to fall ill or suffer strange accidents until they returned what they'd stolen. Whether you believe these legends or not, the atmosphere here makes it easy to see why so many people think this place is more than just abandoned concrete. It feels restless. One thing I have noticed that I'm really quite surprised about is there's no rides left. It's like all the rides have either just been dismantled and taken away or never got built in the first place. Because you go to any other abandoned theme park around the world And there's some remnants. There's like one or two rides left, or you can at least see like the stands that they were on. But here, there's nothing. What's fascinating is that this place isn't just abandoned. Like many places lost to time, it's become a safe haven for street artists from all over the world. The crumbling walls have turned into canvases, layered with years of graffiti and murals. In a way, the park has found a second life, not as the Disneyland of Bali, but as an open-air gallery. Every piece tells a story, some haunting, some beautiful, and together they transform this ruin into something alive again. Some groups even host graffiti competitions here, where artists can showcase their pieces. Maybe that's what the future holds for this once grand park. Even though this place has been like completely desecrated, like there's rubbish everywhere, it's been turned into a bit of a graffiti park. There's cigarette butts and rubbish just lying everywhere. It's still hauntingly beautiful. Like this giant lake in the middle of it is actually astounding. And I'd have loved to see it when it was open back in the day, because it must have been one giant work of art. Taman Festival was meant to be Bali's Disneyland, but today it's a monument to forgotten dreams. Nature has swallowed what man left behind, and in a way, it's more beautiful now than it ever was. Haunted or not, places like this remind us that nothing lasts forever. Places like this really remind you how fast dreams can fade, and how nature always wins in the end. Is it haunted? I don't think so. But is it hauntingly beautiful? Absolutely. I love places like this. The history, the mystery, the possibility. I can't wait to share more places like this with you. But until then, I'll see you next week.